Good afternoon, Robert Scribley here with the OBX Wave Report. I'm about at the end of Jeanette's Pier, and I thought I'd do this little segment on some current events recently. I wanted to talk a little bit about the Chinese balloon, and what's interesting is right behind me here is the Atlantic Ocean, and looking south and east is basically where they shot down the Chinese balloon. It was a big old spy balloon, and an F-22 fighter jet launched a missile, Fox 2, way up at a high altitude, took down a massive Chinese balloon. Now, this balloon, I've heard all sorts of different reports about its size, but apparently it was over 200 feet in diameter, and the area that was tethered to it was the size of like a mid-range passenger liner, like a medium-sized aircraft made to carry passengers. So it had this like big package, probably mostly sensors, and the whole thing was powered by solar panels. And this got me to thinking, so one of the things that I do with the OBX Wave Report is advocate for a rapid deployment of clean energy. And one of the areas where you encounter some challenges for deploying clean energy is in the area of flight. Oftentimes, it's hard to get renewable fuels into aircraft. Now, there's been a lot of movement toward electric aircraft, which is fantastic, and electric turbines for aircraft. And so the possibilities are opening up. But one aspect of flight that has always been very interesting to me is the notion of large balloons and solar-powered balloons carrying a lot of passengers. Clearly, a solar-powered balloon is not going to be as fast as a jetliner, but we have ocean liners that move at slower speeds. And I wonder if there is a potential for a system of balloons that move across the surface of the Earth that ride the jet stream and the prevailing winds and have some of their own propulsion as well, and move in a kind of like ferry type system, flying the upper level winds, and serve as another form of transportation, another form of clean transportation powered by solar energy and by electricity. And I know the Chinese balloon here kicked up a lot of scare, but we're here in the Outer Banks, and the Outer Banks is known for being a region that is like an innovator for flight around the world, particularly in the early 20th century with the Wright brothers and with Billy Mitchell innovating for naval aviation. And just as a curiosity, I wanted to bring up the notion of maybe turning something that has scared a lot of people into an object of wonder. Don't get me wrong. I mean, what the Chinese are doing spying on the US is not a good thing, and I totally support the Biden administration in its standing up for the integrity of our airspace, for real freedom and democracy for the United States, and taking down a spy balloon. But the technologies involved seem like something that we could use as for humankind as a form of clean transportation system. So I wanted to do a speculative segment on potential new clean energy transportation as the beautiful waves break behind me here in the Outer Banks, and we look toward the section of water where the Chinese balloon was recently shot down by a democracy-defending F-22 order from the democracy-defending Biden administration. So just a speculative segment here, but I think very fascinating, something to talk about, something to share. So thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report, and hopefully we'll get out into the waves soon. Hoping some surfers come so I can get out in the water and talk to you about all that. Thank you for joining me.